Okay, so I'm not quite sure how this video is going to look, but we're going to try something new today. Some sort of like first-person-ish view, or I don't know why I did this with my hands, but I'm going to be talking about the original Xbox here today. Sorry if the camera gets a little shaky. But basically, if you don't know, the OG Xbox, what it was Microsoft's original attempt at a console. I believe it was moderately successful. It was successful enough to warrant, new systems that were 1,000 times more successful than this one. And pretty much all it was a bunch of off-the-shelf computer parts that were put into this one package. That's part of the reason the original Xbox was so big. Now, mine here, there are 4 different variations. There's the mainly classified by their disk drives. There is the Philips, Panasonic, I believe, Samsung, and Thompson, I think? I don't remember. This one right here is the best one. This is the Thompson. I can't remember. If I get to edit this video, I'll show a list of them. But, yeah, it's basically an off-the-shelf computer with some microized parts. Like, it has an NVIDIA in it and all that fun stuff. This particular shell's a little dirty because this one right here came from Goodwill. I bought it untested, took a gamble on it. Turned out it paid off because it works. And it works pretty good. It's just I need to do a shell swap. I might not even bother with that. I might just try to correct the paint on it. I do need to dust it off. It is dusty. That is obvious. I don't know why I hadn't done that yet. I don't know why I hadn't dusted it off yet. And of course it came with this right here. Which, these, I don't know if the camera sees this or not, because this is like on a headband on my head that I made homemade. I'll probably show that at the end of the video. But the original Xbox, unlike this bad boy right here, could not play without an adapter like this. Could not play DVDs. You had to have one of these and a remote. I'm missing the remote, but not like this, like an actual TV remote, to adapt it to where it could use RF to navigate the menus of the DVD and read the DVD. Because you just couldn't control it. 2001 was the release date, I believe, over here in the States. It released 2002, I think, in Europe and Japan. It didn't sell well at all in Japan. I think it sold okay in Europe. It sold pretty good over here. It was a success. It was a success enough for Microsoft to make another console, but it was nowhere near as big as what you would think, like, let's say, the Xbox 360. The Xbox 360 absolutely blew this thing out of the water when it came to, sales success. For good reason. And again, this is not a underpowered system for the time. This is a very, very powerful handheld, very powerful gaming system right here. Very capable. Many games on it that were on PC that are direct ports you can only get on this Xbox. For instance, Morrowind. You can actually buy Morrowind for the original Xbox. I want a copy so bad, but I don't have one. I want one so bad, but I just do not have one. You probably saw the wall for a minute because I messed with the camera. But, and another cool feature of them is these controllers right here. As you can see, the controller, in case you have a trip in it, obviously this is not as good as wireless, which wireless has its advantages and disadvantages. It's more advantages than wired. But if you were to accidentally step into one, easily comes apart. Well, I mean, there's a little effort required, but you're not going to knock your system down or anything. So that's a cool feature. Unfortunately, I do not have a Duke controller on me. Well, I mean, I have a knockoff that I should have pulled out, but I don't have an official Duke. All I have is these right here, the S controller, which is considered the definitive controller by a lot of people. Some like the Duke more, but most people seem to prefer this controller over the Duke, just because the Duke is massive. It is a huge controller. We're talking probably like twice the size of this one. It's great for people who have big hands like me. And fun fact about the S, it was actually originally released for the Asian market. Because apparently Microsoft said they have smaller hands over there, which might be true. I don't know. No, I guess I should go ahead and, sorry if you hear the chair rolling for a minute or squeaking, show you what the system looks like turned on. We're probably going to go, I'm going to move the camera out of the headband for a second so you get a better view. I think it might be on there. It is not. Okay. I really should have prepared a little bit more. And then we're going to reset it. That is the CRT, not the camera. There's nothing wrong with the CRT. It's just the camera films at a higher frame rate than the CRT. If you're looking at that in person, you don't actually see it. I also do apologize for the buzzing. That is just, it's an old TV. It was free. I can't really do anything. Oh, hello, you can see me. How's it going? And of course, you got Lego Star Wars on here. I thought this was the complete saga. It isn't. I was very upset about that. Okay, so we can go ahead and turn that off. As well as the TV. Go ahead and turn that off. Well, actually, maybe I might be able to pull out the old Duke controller. I almost called it the Iron Duke. It's not a GM motor. Okay, yeah. There we go. I'll clean all that up here in a second. There we are. Comparing it to the blue one. This is a pretty good this is a pretty good third party. It's pretty close to the original thing. It's a pretty close comparison, but this is about how big one of them was. Compare that to this one, right here, to the S. The S, by no means, is a small controller, but it is nowhere near the size of the Duke. Which is not the official name of the controller. It's just what everybody has nicknamed it. And I'll go ahead and grab a Xbox One controller to compare it with, and a original Xbox controller for good measure. Here is the Slim controller. Let's unravel it, make it even easier. Okay. Gotta have some cleanup after this video. Okay, there we go. You're gonna go dark for a second. I apologize. Hold on. There we are. It's a little dusty. I don't ever use that controller. So it pretty much just stays in a bin or a box. As you can see, the original Xbox, or the Xbox 360 controller, is a lot more similar in size to the Slim or the S controller. This is an official first party and is very similar size to it. Then you get to the Xbox One controller. It's a tad bit bigger. And still smaller than the Duke, as well as the 360 is still smaller than the Duke by a lot. Again, this is not a first party one, I know that. This is a power pad. Yeah. Nobody likes you, Power Pad. Get out of here. But yeah, that's just my terrible trash review of my original Xbox. I believe this is... Oh, another fun fact. I believe this is a 2002 Xbox. This is or later Xbox, I think. 2004, 2000, something like that. Maybe 2006, I don't remember. It's one of the later ones, I believe. But very cool little system. It was a very cool... I almost called it little. It ain't little. It's a very cool system. I guess arbitrary, would I recommend or not? If you're into older retro gaming stuff, yes. Now, this is a pretty complex system before I actually do recommend it over emulation. Things are probably going to fail. For instance, these disk drives are really, really bad about not wanting to pop open. I have another one I need to sell parts. I just hadn't put it on eBay yet. That's in better shape than this one. Actually has a better shell, but it still opens and everything. But the laser actually went out, and when a laser goes out on one of these things, you might as well just buy a new Xbox. I mean, the drive, you can't buy the laser. You can't find one. I've tried. You cannot find one. And it's also dependent on your drive. So when you go to replace the disk drive in this thing, you have to replace the whole unit. And the whole unit is worth the same value as the Xbox. It makes no sense. Why am I going to pay the same price as what I paid for the Xbox, or some cases more, for the disk drive? It's just more logical to buy a new one. I mean, I guess that makes sense if you have a special edition, because there are some really cool special editions I forgot to mention. While I'm on that topic, if you hadn't already left yet, you have, of course, your original base, which is this one. Then you have your Halo Green, which is just a green clear system. It's really cool looking. You have the Crystal. There are two versions. One of them accidentally got released to the market. Was a developer system. They're a lot more common than what you would think, but they're very, very rare, very, very expensive. They are very rare, very expensive, but they're not quite as rare as what you would think for a Crystal developer system. Or something about the Crystal one had a glitch in it where they forgot to remove the developer console, so it's now the best one for, like, emulation and stuff. And, again, I forgot to mention emulation. These are excellent emulation boxes. Absolutely perfect for them, because they've got really powerful hardware. They're basically a mini computer in a box. They'll run pretty much anything old if you want to take one. In fact, that's probably, if I don't ever sell the one with a bad disk drive, probably what I'm going to do. I'm probably going to mod it and have it in a console when I move out, like an arcade cabinet. And because I'm a big loser, still live with my parents, that's why if I'm streaming, by the way, I stream, the Twitch will be in the description if you want to go check that out. I might stream today of whatever today's date is, not whatever. I don't have a time. I just stream whenever, because I'm busy. I work and do college stuff. Even though really technically it's career school, but hey, whatever. Very big emulation scene. Very popular for that. It's a great system. Now they are a bit pricey, around $80 to $100, depending on your shape. $300 to $400 if it's a special edition, depending on the shape and edition. There are some very rare ones that sell for $600-700. For instance, there's a couple, like, there's a Hello Kitty one. There's a, that is like, was only a contest. There, of course, is the legendary Mountain Dew edition, because you have four main ones. I forgot to mention the big four. Original, Halo, Clear, and Mountain Dew. Mountain Dew, they made 50,000 systems, something like that, for 4 runs, with a total of, like, 200,000 systems. Ain't no telling how many are left. They're just a solid green system that says Xbox in the middle and Mountain Dew. That's how you, or Mountain Dew, something about that. That's how you know it's an official Mountain Dew Xbox. It was a contest giveaway. The clear one was just a normal late production, end of the line special edition. And Halo, well, it was Halo. It came out with Halo. It was released alongside Halo. There are some fun ones. I really do like the Xbox. Now, I don't like it as much as the Sony, but I'm going to go ahead and say, if you made it this far into the video, thank you for watching. If you want to support the channel, the biggest way to do that is to like, comment, subscribe. I know the view kind of changed from, you can see my arms and stuff. But let me know what you think about that if you made it this far into the video. Do you want me to do more kind of first-person kind of-ish videos, or I get easier when I have a tripod, because that was done with this, something I mocked up originally for my car channel, where I could drive and have this and then not have to worry about holding a camera or something while I drive, or having it to, it's more of a POV. And I had it to where I could drive cars and it'd be on my forehead, it'd be somewhat first person. And I could talk about the car while I drive. It's made out of some Gorilla Tape, just stitched together. I made it in like 5 minutes. So, if you want to see more videos using that, then let me know. Also, my second channel, segueing into that, is Trailer Park Supercars. If you like cars, you care anything about them. I have been uploading, I still upload really regular to it, but I've done, I'm not going to lie, honestly, I have like 400 something videos, so if you want to go watch those and subscribe to it, that'd be great, because I have a ton of videos, even though I'm not uploading as much to that one anymore. It's only because I've ran out of stuff. I still upload 3 or 4 times a week, so most of the week. So don't think I don't upload to that one. It's just not every day like it was. So if you're into cars, I have a very, very slow work in progress of a 1974 Caprice Classic. If you want to see that, it's a 402 big block. If you know anything about that, go check out the channel. Link to it will be in the description. Also, I figure I'm not that big of a channel, but I'm moderately sized. And I have a friend who does YouTube. He does pretty good. He's better at it than me. He's better at it than me as far as like editing and stuff goes. He does actually edit his videos. Honestly, he probably puts more effort into it than I do. Not saying I don't put effort into thinking what I'm doing. It's just all of these are not scripted. I am doing these videos as I talk. Whatever I talk about, I will do research beforehand. If it's something I particularly don't know what I'm talking about or I don't remember, I'll do research beforehand, but for the most part, everything I say about it, that's why sometimes I'll have pauses and stuff. I'm thinking about what I'm trying to say. None of this is scripted. I do all of this in one take, one go, say it as I think it, not scripted. Because I wouldn't ever read a script, I wouldn't ever remember it. But his channel, I'll have a link to it in the description as well, is Lunar Okami. It's a gaming channel. If you like Let's Plays and stuff like that. I don't know his schedule. I hadn't seen him upload in a while. I don't know, but go check him out. He's good. I suspect that's everybody out of the room now, because I started talking about a friend's channel. So I guess with that, I'll go ahead and say thank you for watching, and have a good one.